All my riches is frogs. All my women
Now
is
I want to bring it
dogs.
back to the money in battle rap. Fast forward to 2024. I recently did an interview with Smack, and he basically said, that big money that y'all was getting and all that, that
Yeah.
shit is done. You know what I'm saying? As far as that, he's like, yo, I ain't going in the red for nobody. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? This is what I got for you. It's either you can take it or go figure out another way to, you know what I mean? Make this thing happen.
Yeah. I mean,
What do you think about those statements and how much it like reverberated around the whole culture?
all right. I think first, what do I think about those statements? I think that
Yeah,
somebody that owns a business has a 100% right to say, I'm going to tell you what I want to pay you. And if you don't like it, you can go somewhere else. I think that's fair. Like 100%. I think that's fair. How everybody's responding to it is kind of wild, and it's like I don't get it, man. They running like, you ever seen like one of those movies where somebody just turned to the camera and be like, ah, and then everybody start running like
yeah,
that's what happened. It's like, I don't know why it's such like, yo, like, what are you like? How much are you making off of battles? How much are you making off of battles? Person that's mad, like. If you ask for that money and they say no, man, just go find out how to get some money somewhere else, bro. Just like, I don't know what you're saying. Like, if we talking about just the caffeine era of them being able to make the payouts they made, yo, they got it was a publicized announcement of a budget towards battle rap. Now, of course, that includes a lot of stuff. Yo, I expected niggas to get more money. When I was on TV battle rapping, I made more money than when I was on a stage battle rapping. It made fucking sense. It was on TV, so they had a TV check. That's what I had to realize. You feel me? When they going
gotcha.
out here and it's a dude on the street corner with a camera in his hand, I'm used to somebody walking around with a big film crew and they got a fucking budget. Of course, no, they can't pay me fucking $4,500, $5,000, $10,000 to do this. Ain't on MTV. This is a nigga on the corner with a camera.
Gotcha.
So when you see like, yo, man, they got backing. Yeah, man, y'all supposed to make more money.
Mm-hmm.
And when they don't have backing, you think, how you gonna make more money? Now, when we talk about the value of the battler, right? You're not gonna know your value if you don't know what's on the books. If you don't know the budget, if you don't know the return, if I don't know like how much money I make your company a year. Like a lot of like yo, like in some senses, people will say, yo, man, just mind your business. You need to mind your business. But like, rap artists do audits of their record labels to make sure certain things were handled right in their favor. This is a little different because it's always handled like an independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that battle checks battle rappers shouldn't get deposits. They should get advances.
Explain this to me.
Here's your advance on a ROI. If I give you an advance on an ROI, and once and everybody's saying they sick of hearing people say ROI on a return on investment. If I give you this advance, this is going toward me making my money back. Okay. Right? So here's your advance, like a record deal. This is what you get. This is your bonus for completing the battle. Okay. Now I'm about to try to recoup my money. When I recoup my money, we start splitting whatever residuals come from this piece of work that we did. Meaning, if this makes me $13 on the app, whatever we agree to the percentage is, you get a piece of that. If I sell my company to Disney 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, whatever percentage of royalty or payment that you get from that, you get that. That's very, very far in the future. But the reality of it is every battle league has a catalog that they can sell. I understand that sometimes you don't make the money back right when you do the battle, or you don't make the money back at the door, or the pay-per-view sales not getting the money back, or none of that. But every league, every battler, every person, they got something. They have a catalog. If for some reason at some point in time in the world, somebody decides that this catalog is worth this amount of money to me, it sucks that the person that came up with your favorite battle catchphrase is not gonna make a dime off of that purchase, right? So I think that moving forward, having something like where you get an advance, and now when it comes time to book you for your next battle, we could talk about the return. But to talk about the return, I gotta know what was made. I gotta know how much money I made the door and the pay-per-view and everything in order to share in revenue, in residual revenue of the thing. So I think that would help.
Just for me to get a clearer understanding, I'm gonna kind of like give you my perception of what I think you mean for what you're saying. With getting in advance, it seems like I can probably potentially get more money in the future. I might not get a lot of money initially, but I can always make money basically with the company potentially in the future, depending on if they sell or if my battle does great and things like that. I can see more money as opposed to deposit. I'm only going to get my first half and my back end, and that's it.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep. And it might not seem like what do you think the most money that's ever been made on a pay-per-view battle rap event is?
The most I could ever, if I had to just guess and
Yeah.
just like make a guess, probably like maybe $1 million.
Okay.
If I had to just guess.
Okay. That battle event probably made all his money back, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they had based it on an advance metric, then whoever put that into the contract would have recouped their advance money, and they would have been able to share in the profits of that pay-per-view or the views on YouTube later, or whenever they sell this to whatever big company is going to buy all this content one day, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could work just like, okay, we've heard about certain MCs, certain battlers that have gotten like advances, right? Not advances, but they got like a 2 battle
Pay-per-view split.
deal. Not even that.
Okay.
Just like, hey,
Okay.
you got to give us 5 battles. Here's X amount of numbers, right?
Okay. Okay.
Whereas risky for the league is that, yo, you're paying me, and then if I don't do well, yo, you just got to pay me the rest of this money, and that's it. You just take the L, and the next time you come to book me, I want some more money. What the battlers take the L is like, yo, I go do this battle, and it be a 1 million view battle, or it be this really big battle that makes your company a lot of money. You got it for a really low price. Well, if we could share in the revenue, like, I believe that like the leagues can just go into not. I think that some battlers and some leagues have a situation where they can make agreements where they can share in the ownership of these things.
Do you think with so many battlers, like let's just use URL for an example, who has like the biggest roster? They book almost everybody, all the top names. They're creating new talent. Do you think they'd be able to do that with so many battlers? That seems like a lot of people that you're cutting in a sense,
Record
as
label.
opposed to just being able to just pay, the front end, back end, and shoot, and then I guess we move forward.
Yeah, I don't think it's for everybody. Like, and that's the
Okay.
thing. I think sometimes we get it twisted. Like when people are talking about solutions and different things, we think it's for everybody. Like record labels got some people that got a really big advance, and then record labels got some people that just got a record deal, and you in a production agreement. We giving you these opportunities, and we presenting you with the stuff you need to become Kendrick Lamar, but you're not yet. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna go to the negotiating table with Kendrick. So
Okay, I see
I
what you're
do
saying.
think that okay, Tay Rock, body bitch. You just a big body bitch. Son of body bitch. Big on the little body bitch. Oh, you a
Johnny Bravo body bitch.
yeah, right. Now you've seen a million not YouTube, but like TikTok reels or Instagram reels, people doing
Instagram, Twitter, probably got millions and millions, hundreds of millions probably of viewership. Yes.
somebody own that audio. If I play a song and it spin on TikTok enough, I get residuals for that song. So if we can make that into something that you can get residuals for it. So if like, yo, like that's something like, and it might not be a big thing, but again, if all of these great things that we have in some kind of way get sold, because that's the mission. Like what are we shitting ourselves that we're just gonna hold on to this forever and then what, die? It's got to go somewhere. So somebody that's not here right now is gonna own all this shit we doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless if it's the leagues and they families or bigger corporation later, everybody's gonna get something except you, because we don't have any ownership of it at all. And I'm not saying that it's a problem. I'm saying that's impactful though.
It
Like
is.
that impacts the growth of the top MCs, like the top people in this culture. I don't believe everybody has the negotiating force to get that neither. You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's important to think about. I think it's important to talk about. Whenever it is brought up, it gets minimized. Like, oh, that's not a lot of money. Can you, like, it's not, it's not a lot of money. That's cool. Let's just figure it out now before it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? Like when we talk about like battle rap, like I don't know what's going on with it, but like there are battles on streaming platforms that pay publishing, right? Like when I put a song on YouTube when I put a song on Apple Music and you play it, I get something. And I'm not talking about like the Apple Music. I get a public, like ASCAP will take care of something, whether it's a fraction of a cent or whatever it is. Man, there's battles on there.
Yeah.
Like it's battles on there.
Like what you saying that, it made me think about an article I seen recently where Michael Jackson's catalog is now worth 1.2 billion.
Yeah.
And just looking at Michael Jackson, like he's gone, Sony owns it, and it's like these companies, like eventually, like you said, someone's going to own all of this material. So like,
Yeah.
what do we do with it? With that being said, though, people are used to the status quo of what it is now, like the format of what the business is. The league creates the opportunity to create the money for the battlers, and the battlers sign their contracts, and there's no residual income that comes. It's really just
Yeah.
like pay to play in a sense. Like like you said, a contracted worker. I don't. So how? In a sense, it's like, what does that mean for the battlers moving forward, and what does it mean for the leagues moving forward?
It just mean it. I believe that it just mean what it is. I mean, I don't see like this isn't me saying that the leagues are doing something wrong. They doing business. Like this is me saying that, yo, maybe it's time to take that next step, right? Maybe it's time, like the leagues, like people are, y'all, again, like I'm pro. I don't want y'all to get this shit twisted. I'm common sense, okay? I
Okay.
think it makes sense for somebody to say how much they're gonna pay you, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes sense for you to say how much you want to get paid. I think both of those things make sense. So hear
Fact.
me out. battle rap being where it's at right now is because of leagues and league owners, and it's because of people like Direct. It's because of people like Organic. It's because of people like Beasley, Chico, and Smack. People like ARP. It's because of people like Debo and Babs and Vague. It's because of like people like Milltown Blow. It's because of people like Gracie. It's because of like a lot of people that don't fucking rap. And it take people that do rap. Think about it. Direct rap. He took a step back to do this. That's how much he loved it. None of us loved it that much, right?
Yeah.
I met Direct. He was a fucking rapper, right? So these are people that don't rap. It takes some of them because sometimes they don't take us seriously when we go into these spaces, but it take them. So they are definitely responsible, but not solely responsible. We're responsible too. Me and you were just talking like we got not records, but we got things that I just showed you that you never knew existed. That was a part of popularizing battle rap throughout the world. That was a part of it, right? So it all count. The battlers do some, the execs do some. That's how it worked. But now we at a spot where if you feel like you own a little more of this now, because people are getting business savvy, maybe we can understand like the price drop. Maybe y'all can, because I understand it. But I do think it would be helpful for battle rap. And usually when we say that, people say, well, then now when we start telling y'all how much y'all y'all worth, then y'all gonna be feeling us. All right, man, open the books up, dog. Like, tell me that I ain't worth shit. I'm gonna still tell you what I want, right? Because we're still talking about future shit. I don't know how much this is gonna be worth for you in the future. So if I'm selling this to you now, and there's a possibility you might sell this whole catalog for $1 billion, and it's the only time I'm gonna get paid, yo, I want to try to get the most I can get out of this situation. If I knew that when you clip, like a lot of people don't know, like when you take something and you clip the battle and you reframe it or put it out on a different platform. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but you put it out on a different platform or whatever.
Maybe repurpose
rebrand it for a different thing. Yo, you put it on Facebook and it started getting all these millions of Facebooks or whatever. It's some money in that.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
That ain't my business. But it's some money in that. You ain't getting $1. And if it was a situation where I looked up and in 3 months I got this check because Joe Blow's Battle League put some shit on you on Facebook, and here go $200, here go $1,000, here go whatever it is. I believe that would help the leagues and the battlers. I think that would help. I think it would help the battlers. That's something I could think that could help the battlers. Right now, the leagues, if they do that, is money in that for them. It's not in it for the battlers. And I don't know if that's being actually thought about when we're talking about how much money people are making.
Let me ask this. How complicated does that become, though? It feels complicated, like, to actually get done.
And it sounds complicated, but that's how it gets done with everything else. That's how, think about it. What you think more complicated, figuring out how to pay Quest Mcody for a battle that's being shown on YouTube, or keeping track of how many times Future come on in the world every day?
Yeah, I'm sure it's hard to figure out how many times.
But he get a check every time his shit come on.
Yeah,
you know, and the label do too. And if they put it in the movie, the label do too. Like right now, Spotify, they figure out how to pay me, and I'm not fucking Jay-Z. You know how hard they gotta find my shit in comparison to when they looking for how many spins some big artist got, and they managed to pay everybody. YouTube managed to pay you when you put these things up, right? They got a whole lot of yous out there putting up fucking content. So it's a way. Now, does that change the payout? Maybe. But what it does is it opens up the market. It opens it up to a space so we know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. So whatever you tell us, we gotta believe. That's why I'm like, yo, if he say it ain't no money, it ain't no money. How you gonna tell him? What you gonna say? Let me see the books. Who are you? You can't see the books.
Yeah.
But if I had to pay you based on performance, you could audit me.
Mm.
You know?